On a recent video where I explained how federal employees can move money out of the TSP after reaching age 59 and a half or retirement, I got this comment: "Great job, you just lost access to the G Fund." And honestly, I understand why federal employees feel this way. The G Fund has become almost legendary in the federal retirement world because it offers something people love: stability. You don't watch the account swing all over the place when the market drops. You don't see big losses during bad market years. And for people getting close to retirement, that feels comforting. But I think there's a more important question almost that nobody asked. Is the G Fund the only conservative option worth considering? Or are there other strategies that may offer principal protection while also giving some growth opportunity? Welcome to the Federal Retirement Channel, the place federal employees come to get retirement right. Hey, I'm Mel Stubbs with Christy Capital, where we help federal employees make coordinated retirement decisions where one smart decision leads to the next. Now first, let me be clear, this is not an anti-G Fund video. The G Fund is actually a very good conservative option. It protects against market losses. It's simple. It's backed by the government. And unlike many bond funds, it does not fluctuate in value while interest rates rise. That last point is important. A lot of bond funds lost value when rates went up over the last several years. The G Fund did not. So the G Fund absolutely has value. But where I think people sometimes get confused is they begin acting like the G Fund is magical, like nothing else exists that can provide principal protection. And that's simply not true. There are actually several conservative options outside of the TSP that are designed to help protect against market declines. You have high yield savings accounts, CDs, Treasury bills, fixed annuities, or fixed indexed annuities. Now they all have different trade-offs. Some are more liquid, some have higher growth potential, some are tax deferred, some have surrender periods, some are backed differently. But the idea that leaving the TSP means suddenly having no conservative option available is just not accurate. Now let's talk specifically about one strategy we often use in retirement planning, because that's where the conversation gets interesting, and it's a fixed indexed annuity. And before someone starts immediately panicking because they've heard the word annuity, let's slow down and explain what we actually mean. A properly designed fixed indexed annuity is built around a concept many federal employees already like about the G Fund: protection against market losses. If the stock market drops, the protected value in the contract is generally not reduced because of those market declines. It's subject to the terms of the contract that you get. But unlike the G Fund, many fixed indexed annuities also allow you to participate in a portion of the stock market growth. For example, some contracts may have S&P 500 caps in the ballpark of 7 to 9%, meaning if the S&P 500 grows 8%, you would receive 8%. If the S&P grows 15%, you may receive that capped amount, maybe somewhere between 7 to 9. And if the market is negative, you may receive 0 instead of participating in that loss. Now, obviously there are trade-offs, and this is where I want to be balanced and realistic. The G Fund is generally more liquid. A fixed indexed annuity usually has surrender periods and limitations on withdrawals, especially during the early years. And that matters, which is why we would never suggest someone put all their retirement money in one strategy like that. That would not be wise. Retirement planning works best when different buckets solve different problems. You need some money that's liquid. You need some money designed for growth. You need some money focused on principal protection. You need some money positioned for income. You need some money positioned for tax efficiency. The mistake I see people make is assuming every dollar has to solve every problem. And that's not how good planning works. For example, if someone already has sufficient liquid reserves, they got pension income, Social Security income, access to other accounts, then it may be reasonable for a portion of the portfolio to accept a little less liquidity in exchange for more growth potential, while still having protection against market losses. It's a very different conversation than just saying, never leave the TSP because of the G Fund. And here's another important point. The G Fund protects account values from market decline, but it does not guarantee purchasing power. And that matters. If inflation averages 3 to 4% a year over time, and your conservative account grows slower than inflation, your account balance may be stable while your buying power slowly declines. That's one reason why retirees eventually look at strategies that still give some opportunity for growth while reducing exposure to stock market declines. Again, not to replace everything, not to chase huge returns, but to create balance. And that's really the point of this video. The G Fund is a good tool, but it's not the only conservative tool. And sometimes the better question is not what's the best account, but instead, what combination of liquidity, principal protection, growth potential, and tax planning best fits this particular retiree. Because retirement planning is not about defending one account, it's about building a strategy. For many federal employees, the strategy may include the G Fund. And for others, it may include alternatives outside of the TSP. And for a lot of people, it may include both. And that's the conversation people should actually be having. If you'd like help looking at your own TSP and retirement situation, go to christycapital.com/federal and reach out to us. We'd be happy to talk with you about what you've got going on and help you understand which options may help fit your goals. And if you want to watch another video about your TSP planning, click right here. My name is Mel Stubbs. It's been great talking to you.